Welcome back to another video. Check out these short videos and let us know what you think in the comments. While you're listening, I want you to contemplate, can we really trust the Labour Party to be ethical? Or should we be voting in one nation at the next 2028 federal election, who is doing extraordinarily well given the oppression Pauline Hanson receives by the Labour Party to keep her down? Have a listen to what Jamie has to say.
One Nation has just 2 parliamentary advisors at federal level. 2. Meanwhile, Greens leader Larissa Waters has 15. 15. Albanese, now I understand he's the PM, he has 59. 59 parliamentary advisors. But here's the real question. How does a party like One Nation, polling as the #1 party in the country, far higher than the Greens, end up with just 2 advisors? Ordinary MPs and senators receive standard staffing allocations, but additional staff are then allocated for party leaders, for ministerial positions, for crossbenchers, and these additional staff are approved through the Prime Minister's office. Yes. Albanese is fully aware that One Nation only have 2 and is choosing to keep it that way, refusing to increase One Nation's staffing support despite their massive growth in the polls, despite what the public are crying out for. So Australians look at this and ask, is this actually a fair, balanced and professional parliamentary system based on the desires of the voting public? Or is the establishment simply protecting the parties it prefers? Just asking.
She has a point though. The left-wing Labour Prime Minister, Albo, decides which political parties can have more staffing. He allows the Greens leader 15 advisors, yet Pauline is only allowed to have 2 advisors, while the Labour Party publicly criticises One Nation for not having every policy available. Yet Albo, the Labour Party Prime Minister, refuses to allow any more than 2 advisors, and that's for the most popular political party in the country. Seems like a desperate play to keep One Nation down and eliminate any competition. Do you think this is in our best interests? And then there's the Labour Housing Minister, Claire O'Neil. Listen to the Australian Financial Review calling out Claire for using the very property investment system the Labour Party has prevented everyone else from benefiting from as of the June 2026 federal budget. Labour has to go.
Claire O'Neil, the Labor Housing Minister, sold her negatively geared investment property just before she became Housing Minister. Oh, what a coincidence. And a very tidy capital gain too. Would it look that great to have the Labor Housing Minister owning investment properties, would it? Especially if you plan on removing the capital gains discount and negative gearing. That would be terrible for public opinion, wouldn't it?
Isn't that quite hypocritical of Labour to sell their investment properties, benefit from their 50% capital gains discount, and not hold additional investment properties before taking over the housing portfolio? Then there's the Labour Party Prime Minister himself. He recently bought a second property, and as you can see, is quite expensive and nicely located. Now, I don't have anything wrong with people doing well for themselves, not at all. But some of his policies, he is preventing us Australian citizens from doing the exact same, and that is something that I don't like. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese snaps up a $4.3 million Copacabana home. As you can see, it's quite nice, and the positioning, as you can see, right on the cliff's edge, beautiful, pristine, Central Coast, Copacabana, New South Wales, and this is just an extra house for him. So it's not even his main primary residence. He is going to continue to benefit from the capital gains discount while preventing anyone else from benefiting from those schemes. And while we're all experiencing the cost of living pressures in our daily lives, the Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, receives another pay increase to around $622,000. Do you think the Prime Minister should be more fiscally responsible like the rest of us? Or does he need to buy more beachside extra homes and receive more pay increases? Have a listen to Sky News and some of their reporting on this topic.
How are you doing financially at the moment? Probably not as well as the Prime Minister, I suspect. Anthony Albanese has quietly collected $57,000 in pay rises since moving into the Lodge just 4 years ago. His salary's gone from $564,000 to $622,000. Now, he doesn't set his wage, and I think our politicians should be paid well, but I reckon it would annoy people that while the PM's wage is going through the roof, so too is everybody's power bill, up 41% since Elbo won office. And a loaf of bread, that's up 22%, which means you won't have much money left over for your mortgage. Speaking of which, median house prices have risen 27% since Labor won government. So should we be upset hearing about Elbo's pay rise, or does he deserve a pay increase the same as everybody else, Denise?
So what do you think? Should we be developing policies that restricts public servant wage increases on efficiency and accountability? Because placing our country into a housing crisis with mass migration with more than 1,000 people per day entering this country over the last few years does not deserve a pay increase. What do you think? And perhaps should we be putting centre-right politics back into our country's direction at the next 2028 federal election and support one nation and her common sense approach? Let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks for listening. I'll see you on the next one.